Hello, happy Monday. Welcome to Monday Musings. I wanted to first start off with the card of the week. Again, just showing off the artistic. I know it's backwards. But the card I pulled is Trust Your Intuition. And it says it's time to stop seeking advice from others and go inside instead. You know what's best for your body, mind, and spirit. Sit in meditation. Walk in the woods. Ask yourself what you need and listen. Tune into your inner guidance. When you get a gut reaction, honor it. You have the answer and it's safe to trust yourself. Everything you need is already inside of you. Whew, this is a tough one sometimes. Leaning into intuition has been very much kind of in my space lately, and I'd say over the last 2 or 3 years I've not been doing a very good job of that. I'm learning afterwards, it's like, ooh, I had a feeling about that and I pushed through it and look what happened. So I'm walking that process of listening to my gut and trusting that more often lately, and it's hard. I'd love to know how it comes up for you. This actually leads us very well into kind of what I was musing about today, and that's the importance of empty space. Do you have empty space intentionally built into your world, whether it be on a daily basis, on a weekly basis? And I think this is a really important topic, in particular, as we grow up, we kind of get this mindset that it's bad to be bored and we don't want to be bored. And I definitely see that with my own kids, my older 2 boys in particular, like having that empty space of not having anything to do. They get pretty ornery, Zach, my oldest in particular. And, sometimes it's easier to just say, okay, go ahead, go get on screens, and there's just so many mindless activities that we build into our world to keep our brains busy, right? This weekend we went up camping into the woods, into nature, and it was so great to get away. And yet I very often find, my husband Paul, he'll sit down in the chair and pull out his phone to play a game. I grab my book to read. And while it's very, very important to have that time as well, to do things that you enjoy, to relax, it's also important to be able to have time to just sit in silence and just be. And I think a lot of us are uncomfortable with that. We start thinking about things and we start worrying about things, or we're just uncomfortable in that empty space. Yet, once you get through all of those thoughts, I believe that's where creativity and that intuition lies, inspiration. It's on the other side of that. And I saw it reflected so beautifully in Grace and my youngest this weekend. We had, out in the woods, he didn't bring a book to read. He didn't have a phone to hop on, and he just sat there for a while. And then pretty soon he grabbed, we've got these little kid golf clubs that we used to bring with us, and the kids would, golf with them. And so he just decides to go make a game out of, pounding the golf club on different things. And pretty soon he's off, doing different other things. And it was just such a great reminder. I set my book down and I was able to just sit back and observe him. It was just such a great reminder that it's in those times of open, empty space where we figure it out and find some sort of inspiration and creativity. And as much as Zach and Aaron despise that boredom and, just sitting around doing nothing, eventually they get creative and come up with their own games. And at some point, as we grow up into adults, we lose that ability and start just filling our world with things to keep us, occupied and going and always moving. And it's really important to be intentional about keeping that empty space at some point in your life. So I'm curious, do you intentionally create empty space? For some, it might look like meditation. Others, what does it look like for you? I would love to hear how that resonates with you and what findings you see on the other side of that. Hope you have a great week. Trust your intuition. If anything comes forward, would love to hear it. And we'll see you actually in a few weeks. I am going on a brief hiatus for several weeks. I'm attending my first retreat this coming weekend in California. I'm excited for that. I have not traveled since the pandemic started on my own. Gotta admit, I've got a little bit of anxiety about that, but next Monday will be a travel day for me, so there will be no Monday Musings next Monday, and then the following Monday, we are going to be up in Durango for a family vacation. So much needed time away, very much looking forward to it, but I will be back later on in July, and I hope you are all having a great time and have a great 3 weeks. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.